Did I just spend all day driving around El Salvador for my husband? He must be one lucky man. We have a little problem. When we came from Canada, we only had so much room for batteries in our suitcase. So one important set of batteries we had to leave behind was for the ones from my husband's Makita tools. And we have been searching all over El Salvador to find these tools. And as we were out the day at the market, I saw this sign that said, Casa de Batería. And I thought, hey, let's stop by this store. Maybe they have these batteries. And of course, we stopped by that store. They only had car batteries. So he suggested we go to Freund. Now, he also mentioned Vidri's, but we had already been to Vidri's, and we know they don't sell these batteries. I hadn't gone into Freund to ask about the batteries, so we did take a little trip to Freund to ask if they had those batteries, and here's our trip. We're in the Freund.
That was 30 and that was it?
35?
¿Por mí? Mira, ¿a dónde tiene el sellador del tiempo? Need your help. Need your eyes. Porque estaba viendo que hay blanco y hay...
Makita.
No.
So you heard him, he said no. Unfortunately, I don't know why, it's so hard to find this battery and this tool company anywhere in El Salvador. And before we moved here, we had looked and did find there was some head office or something here for Makita, but then we couldn't find it again. You know how the internet is. And we also found somebody on Facebook Marketplace selling them. They seem to be kind of expensive for a used battery and not necessarily the right voltage we needed. I thought about getting some from Amazon, having somebody bring them over. You know, they're pretty expensive, and then we had to pay for the shipping. So really we're trying to find them locally because we thought we knew that we had seen them somewhere online, somewhere. But where in real life, this is what becomes a little bit harder living in a new country. You don't have the familiarity to know exactly where everything was in your own hometown. So here's a little bit of a tour of the hardware store in case you're wondering what they sell at Freund. It's very much the same as Vidri's. I have a whole video on us going to Vidri's last year in 2023. I don't know exactly what video it's in, but I'll try to put it in the description or up here as a card. So here you go. They have these chairs. I actually found these zero gravity chairs on Facebook Marketplace from a different store, and it's called Day Ann, and they're like half the price. So I'm interested in that as well. They don't have a physical store, they have like a warehouse, but I have been thinking about contacting her to actually do like a little tour around if I can make an appointment with her and get in there, because some things I would like to get, like some nice lawn chairs, they're just a bit too pricey right here at these hardware stores for us right now. The guy at the desk told us to try a different hardware store, and it's in San Juan Pico. So as we're turning back around and going back sort of the way we came, we're going out to a store called Lemus, and it's another hardware store. It's a bit smaller. I did a little video of it here.
No, Vidri no maneja Makita ni Freund ni EPA. Quien maneja Makita es Viduc. Viduc en Santa Tecla y un
Viduc.
Viduc, ajá, Viduc. Ellos tienen en Santa Tecla, he visto porque tienen el logo de Viduc y aparece Makita. Sí. Y ahí le recomiendo irse para el centro. En San Salvador ahí sí va a encontrar en todo el taller su Makita.
Gracias.
No, pero estamos para salir.
Okay. So not here.
Yeah, Viduc it's called.
Okay.
I know where that one is.
Okay.
Que les vaya muy bien. Gracias por su visita.
Gracias. So as you heard, he suggested Freund again. But he did say this Viduc, which I never heard about. So we had to drive all the way back to Santa Tecla to see about that hardware store, to see if they had any Makita products. And you know what? We were not disappointed. Just wait. As soon as we walked in, there's this huge middle of the store display of all Makita products. Makita products I didn't even know they had. I did a little video because my husband was not with us. I'd also sent him some pictures, just letting him know I found like the mother load of Makita products. And I wanted to give him the video here of some of the prices of the things that were there. So if you're into Makita tools and you're worried about not being able to find pieces of them or add to your collection, as we might be doing, or to get the batteries for them, this is the store to go to. It's called Viduc, and it's definitely the store to meet all your Makita needs. They had lawnmowers and weed whackers and dust busters and coolers and all kinds of stuff. There's a nice big light with 4 LEDs on it. Just really amazing. I don't remember seeing these things in Canada. I didn't even know they had half of these items. And of course, this is the only place in El Salvador that apparently sells Makita. So here you go for a little tour around the Makita section of the store called Viduc. I did end up buying 3 batteries for my husband, so I'm quite happy about that because now I can get him to do some work around the house because he has batteries for his tools. Perfect. And they also have, it's like a head office in Lourdes. So we actually wanted to get a 5-volt battery, but they didn't have one here. And they said they could ship it out to Lourdes. It's not really a place you could shop, but we could pick up an order we've already paid for there. And we were going to do that and just pick it up on Monday. But I guess we did get a bit of a deal here because we did say we were going to buy multiple batteries. You know, what's the best price you can give us? And I think, I don't remember now, they're 87 each for the 3-volt. And then the 5-volt, I can't remember, that was 112 maybe, but he said for 119 or something to that effect, we could get the 6-volt battery, and they had that in stock. So they did give us a deal because we were getting more than one. We ended up getting 2 3-volt batteries and a 6-volt battery for some of the tools that need a bit more oomph and lasting power. Altogether, it was $294 for the 3 batteries.
forget to hit the like button.